Because he doesn't have big claims that Hitler's
Alright, here's a claim that I've heard. Right, you say it's bullshit. So how do you respond to that? Why do you say it's bullshit? I don't understand. No, but why do you
And because of the time, alright, at the time in Austria where they lived, this was Hitler's grandfather's time, there was a ban on Jews was not allowed to live in that area. So I know for that also, it could not have been that Hitler's grandmother or grandfather was
So I'm going to give you a reference. I'll give you a reference here, and then you claim it's nonsense. So you continue. I don't know. I'm going to see what I'm going to find. I'm just going to Google's your friend, innit? So I'm just going to look just to see where the sources of what I'm saying is.
How
many people died in the gas chamber?
There was no gas chamber.
No, so there was gas chamber.
No, there wasn't gas chamber. There was never gas chamber.
Just be telling about your gas chambers.
Yeah, so there was gas chambers.
There was not gas chambers used for human destruction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You say there was. Show me one gas chamber. There wasn't.
Which is the point I was going to get to if you let me finish. So there was some gas chambers there. Obviously, you're debating what the intention behind them was.
The gas
So you're saying
chambers
they
was
were killed
examined
alive.
after the war, sir. And the examples was taken from the walls, DNA samples was taken off the wall, and there is no typhus. Cyclone B, which is a blue stain. They will leave a blue stain on the wall of the gas chamber.
If it was used
The room that was claimed that killed millions of Jews with a shitload of Cyclone B don't have any traces of Cyclone B, but the room that was used to hoist gas, the sheets and the bedding and also the linen, that walls, their walls, plenty like that.
What about the pictures of the bodies?
So now when you have a picture, when you look at a picture of one and it says, someone's written underneath it, this is a file of Jews. How do you see from that picture that is Jews? Well, how do you know they were Jews? Do you not think in war you get a lot of bodies? And the problem is, if they were gassed, the bodies should have been blue and red and purple. These bodies were skin and bone because they were starved. They were starved to death towards the end of the war, a couple of months into the war, beautiful cannabis now. A couple of months end of the war, towards the end of the war, the Allied bombed all the rails and roads to the camps, so all the logistics was that. So no food and no supplies could be sent to the camps. So starvation occurred. So now we have a beautiful situation where the Jews can say that, look, woo, it's a Holocaust. No, it wasn't. It's starvation. There was no proof or evidence, not single one shred of evidence of gassing the Jews. And that's the reason why it's illegal to question the Holocaust in 19 countries in the world. So not this one. Yes, not this one. So why does Jews need law to protect itself? If the Holocaust didn't happen, why can we not research it? Why am I not allowed to research it?
Well, actually, that's a freedom of speech thing, isn't it? You can't talk about it. So
but surely Jews doesn't need any laws to prevent it, like from being investigated.
The thing is, I think you have to deny it. You can investigate it, but you can't just say it.
the problem is in Google, right? I'm going to do this.
When you go home,
You have been led to believe that you are in a park which belongs to a woman, to a virtual queen, but she is not real, she is virtual, and everybody around here are just virtual avatars. Now within just 1 or 2 minutes, what you will find is that slaves of the Queen who really believe the Queen is real will come and tell me that what I'm doing is against the rules. It is. It's against the rules of a woman that apparently owns huge parks and loads of them. I really don't know how she got them. But I'm deliberately breaking one of her rules. Now, if anybody tells me why they'd like me to go a bit quieter if I'm disturbing anybody really that much, and they've got something important to say, please let me know. I can't hear anybody around here having any important conversations. I mean, to argue about whether Islam or Christianity is right is really, to me, not really worth discussing. So we are in a virtual reality, and this is all virtual. You guys are now being watched on Facebook. They can look all around. To the people on Facebook, what you see in front of you are digital representations on your screen, but what I see in front of me is also digital representations. They're just in multi-dimensional form and not... Sorry, what's that? I shouldn't be speaking through all that?
No,
Stop it or you'll call police.
God says our government is permanent. Sometimes it's taken on. Hang on, listen. We'll break the government, and we return to it, the government's there again. And that's why the Jews are the most blessed people on the planet. Yes, you're messing me up. Stop messing me up. Stop it. Stop messing me up. Let's see what the Quran says. Let's see what the Quran says. Chapter 25, verse 30. And Muhammad will say, my people deserted the Quran. Yes, that's right. Muhammad said so. All people get religion. Listen, there are Jews, and I'm afraid
I can't hear you now. I can't hear you.
Carry on now.
People are watching online. We're here at Speaker's Corner, and I use a megaphone.
Oh, you're here. There are laws at Speaker's Corner. You're not allowed to use a microphone. It's one of the laws of Speaker's Corner. One of the laws of Speaker's Corner is don't use a microphone. Oh, I love it. Stop using your microphone.
Fucking Heiko going in there, man.
When he starts it, when he does it, that's how people do it. Yeah, it's not good. You should set a good example, not a bad example.
When someone breaks the rules, and all of a sudden people are like full of murderous anger. I mean, I've toned it down now, so it's really not a big deal over here now. Those people can't hear it anyway. So what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do, I want you just to relax. I want you to relax. Can you hear online? Are you getting sound online?
It is a bit loud, to be honest. Yes. Listening to my ear is a bit loud. By the way, it is a bit loud. Let's get into this.
He does social experiments. I've seen him a few times. Oh my God.
Speaker's not allowed in the park.
What are you smoking this morning? Marijuana or hashish?
No, sucking further. I don't drink. I don't drink cow's milk.
You're drinking vodka from Russia. Why are you drinking whiskey this morning? Yeah, but I'm drinking whiskey.
What is really very nice? Are you level man? Cow.
Why are you drinking?
Am I from Labour? What do you mean Labour?
Why are you drinking whiskey?
So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep it at this level because I'm a professional singer.
Otherwise you're going to get your ass kicked by height, man. Ass kicked by the communists.
Who invited you here?
Now, I also do this because I'm deliberately breaking one of the rules. Thank you, it was lovely by the way. Nice pleasure. Pleasure. I don't know why the guy got so angry. It's a big deal.
3 minutes.
It's like, now ladies and gentlemen, over there there's a sign that says free healing. Well, I'm going to offer you free healing as well. And your healing needs to be on an emotional level as well as everything else, because it's the emotions that all your troubles start. Okay? Now, if what I'm doing right now
You answer that is no.
Ain't no zero but
No, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that. You asked me, I said no.
Because you haven't seen it, does that mean 50% of the population are Muslim? That's my driving test.
Yes.
Yeah. Would the law allow me to jump into a Formula One?
Well, hold on a second.
Would the law allow me?
Let's base
It's a
it.
simple yes
Now
or no.
let's base it
The
on.
law
now,
would
hold on
allow
a
me to
second.
do so.
Let's base
The
it
law.
on a
Bro,
next
let's
black
take it
man.
to a 9-year-old.
Lewis Hamilton,
let's
because I didn't go down that road.
9-year-old
He waited till he was 18 to jump the Formula One.
Whenever
It's always drama.
9-year-old Formula One car.
Yes. We have to do the correlation because I don't get the 9-year-old.
What 9-year-old?
The 9-year-old cannot consent to you.
I'm telling you, a 9-year-old,
In fact, you are going to scare the hell out of her.
a 9-year-old that takes off, a
Just
9-year-old
imagine him at night. A 9-year-old staying there, he's
takes
coming.
off their.
Jesus Christ, bro.
You can make all the comments all you want. I'm telling you.
Right now, let me give you an example. Right now, my daughter's 10.
No.
You're talking about right now.
A 10-year-old
talking about something else.
No one ain't touching it. I'm telling you. I ain't saying anything.
No, the point is
You're not talking about
now your 10-year-old can just about conceive herself. She's looking in the mirror and said, "Oh, that's me."
Bro.
She's just about.
What was he looking at the other day?
This guy wanted to
The youngest girl to have a baby is 9.
No, 5 years old. But guess what happened to her?
But I'm not even talking
She
about
was raped by her father. She was raped by her father. She was raped by. But as she investigated, she was raped by her father.
Oh, I'm saying,
That's the only reason.
listen.
And what happens is this.
Did she die?
If you stimulate a child sexually,
No, she never died.
hold
I had a child
on
at 5.
I'm going to drop it to you. If you stimulate a child sexually, her puberty boundary will come about faster because you're stimulating her. Yes? You're stimulating her sexually. It's scientific.
Why are we going into something else?
If you stimulate her,
I'm talking about 5-year-olds.
just they asked you to prove it.
She's 5 years old and she had a baby.
I was talking about
5 years old and she had a baby.
But what I'm trying to say to you,
So she must have.
that is a freak of nature because all of the kids that has had kids that age, I can name on my 5 hands. It's listed in Wikipedia, it's wicked online. It's not a global phenomenon. It's a freak of nature. The same way how there's man with 2 heads. And that's not a normal thing, is it? There's man with 3 arms.
If you go, no.
Like there's a man with a tree man out his body. Is that normal?
If you go, listen, if you go on Wiki, you will find not just a handful of.
But these are circus Anyway,
I said 9 to 10 guys.
coming back to the point.
Bro, you lot don't make. That's not point in talking if you don't let me get my point.
Hold on. So what's your point?
I'm saying, nah, bro, listen.
No,
I thought man was gonna listen.
It's okay for a 9-year-old if she's ready. That's your exact word. If she's ready. How he determines that? How he determines that? I don't know.
I want the explanation of that.
How he determines that? I don't know. 9-year-old, are you ready? I want a lollipop and I want to go down to Disney World. But how about the bedroom? The bedroom just to sleep in, Daddy. Bro, this is about.
Gary, you're talking about the context of your baby.
There's no
You're talking about the context of your
There
baby.
is no
Gary, you are ignorant. Because
9-year-old.
I'm telling you, from
You
my, you're
are
ignorant.
on the danger.
You're
on the
ignorant.
danger.
Bro, the very testament of your ignorance.
Prostituted a paedophile in a number of years.
Listen,
I haven't done it for a very long time. I haven't prosecuted a paedophile in a very long time. But the way you guys are talking is very easy. It's okay. Judge, he said it's okay, and she's ready, I will do it.
What's that?
Guilty, 6 years in jail, and the inmates will turn you into a punching bag.
Listen, I don't need to, listen, my wife, my wife is 22, I'm married already.
Have you mentioned to your wife
Why do I need to mention anything to
darling, that if you were 9, I would still have married you?
I'm saying now, if my wife was...
When she was 22 now, but when you were 9, I was still there looking at you and thought, you're ready. You're ready. That don't make any sense. It is not. It don't make any sense. What's your point? It don't make any sense. I mean, I come here to talk about other things, but you guys are... How can you stand here and say this is okay?
Because number one, you're talking from a position of ignorance.
I'm talking from a position of logical, civilized, moral standing. You are talking from a perspective from an illogical, primitive.
Where do you get your basis of logic from? Where's your basis of logic from?
Basis of logic is that if I speak to my daughter,
that's not logic, that's subjective.
And I speak to other children,
that's subjective.
And they can't even write their names yet.
That's stupid.
Yeah, then I have to base it on my own experience. You only can base logic on your own experience.
No, that's not.
So you're basing your logic on Somebody in the book said, I married a man who's married a girl 6 and it's okay.
Why don't you hear that?
Stop
I'm not
following
saying
this
that.
guy.
I'm not saying that.
Stop
I'm not
following
saying
this
that. I'm
guy.
not saying that at all.
Yes, you are.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You haven't listened to what I'm saying.
was it
So
okay
allow me
for
to say.
okay for Mohammed to marry to a
Allow me to say what I want to say, the way I want to say it, without interrupting.
Close the
And then
iPad,
comment.
calm down.
And then comment.
justify it, my friend.
And then
But try anyway.
No, you don't want to hear it. You don't
I
want to
can't
hear
listen
it.
to this.
You
I
don't
can't
want
say
to
what
hear
man
it.
say.
What's the point then?
Then you-
I'm going to justify why it's okay for a man to go with a 6-year-old. Guys, it's very disturbing what you're saying. Very, very disturbing. Now, I challenge you to go anywhere along Oxford Street and say, roll up, roll up, roll up. I will go with the 9-year-old if she's ready. The whole of Oxford Street will stop and I will bust you up on the street.
Has anyone married a 9-year-old?
Everybody in Oxford Street.
My wife's 22, though.
but she wasn't like
My
that.
wife's 22, though.
Yeah, but you know.
This has been another exclusive